Good afternoon. My name is Sergeant Matt Christenson with the Schaumburg Police Department. I happen to be a sergeant in the investigations division of our police department and have been doing so in this capacity for roughly 2 years now. First off, I want to say thank you for having me remotely be able to give a little speech on what officers deal with and how they come to homes with people who are dealing with stressful situations and also with loved ones that suffer from mental disorders or other issues that officers might run into and how they react to that. I look forward to being on FaceTime this week or next week to go over some questions you might have or post. First off, a little bit about myself. I am a 20-year veteran of the police department. I was in the patrol division for 10 years, and then I moved over to the school resource officer at Schaumburg High School. From there, I came back as a detective in our investigations division assigned to juvenile and sex assault crimes. From there, I moved over to a sergeant when I was promoted in patrol and moved over as well to our narcotics unit for a while. And then from there, back assigned to investigations as a supervisor. So it's been a good career, and I'm thankful for all the opportunities it gives me here at Schaumburg. So to get into the topic a little bit, I was asked to give a speech on what families can expect from officers coming to their homes when they have a loved one, roommate, whoever it might be, that suffers from some disorders or possibly has some behavioral health issues. Could be on the autism spectrum, things like that. So I wanted to go over kind of what um, people can look for in an officer as they come to your home to address issues. First off, what Schaumburg offers here at our department is all officers within the department are trained in crisis intervention. What crisis intervention is a 40-hour class that's mandated by the state that officers go to on how to deal with people with special needs or mental disorders and things like that. Basically, it is broken down to a 3 day lecture on different types of things that officers might deal with, different types of personality disorders, different types of people with PTSD, and what to look for sign wise with that individual and how they can react to that. Basically, the other part of the class, the 2 day portion, is all scenario based. So there's a company that comes in with actors who act out these issues, and officers are taught as they go in scenarios while being recorded by training staff on what to look for and how to act. The biggest thing I can take away from it is that you have to come in with a calming presence as a police officer. You cannot come in these situations yelling, trying to tell people what you need in other kind of crisis modes that could happen where you have to dictate more. These situations take a lack of a better term, a gentle touch when you're dealing with someone who's suffering from certain issues. Um, what citizens in our town can look to when an officer comes is that when they do call, if let's say it's 911, they tell the dispatcher that their loved one suffers from a certain issue, and the officers will know based on what they're saying that they should come in, speak with you, the caller, the loved one, and then deal with the individual. And most times things go great. Our officers are well trained on how to talk to somebody who's going through a traumatic episode, how to stay light with their voices, how to have a calming presence, how to be there and let an individual go through stages of frustration that they're having at that moment. By no means is it unsafe. The officers always keep safe distance. They're always making sure that everybody in the home is safe, that no one's put in any kind of compromising position in case an act of violence were to occur. Um, Most officers, when they come to these, are not looking to make an arrest. The idea is that they come in and solve the problem. Maybe the loved one needs to go to the hospital for an evaluation. That's something the officer will put together with the fire department when they arrive on scene. Maybe they just need a cooling down period where the person needs to sit and vent and parties are separated. Maybe it's something where social services needs to be contacted by the officer to come on out and have a talk and try to work things out. So the idea is that officers don't come in and try to take over and direct this and direct that and say this is what I want. Sometimes that's needed on certain things. especially when there's something that the officer's dealing with that could be violence related. But in most situations, the idea is that you get help for the individual who's needing it. And like I said before, officers have that mindset because of the training that they go in there and that they assess what's going on and then make the right decision. A lot of times, officers will also call a supervisor to say, "This is what I have. This is what I'm working through," and our supervisors are all trained in how to deal with crisis intervention and to make the proper decision for the family that's going to help everybody, especially the loved one. Our goal is each contact we have with the community is that's of a positive nature, and we try to get help for the individual that's needing it. So, based on that, when you do call an officer over to the home, make sure dispatch knows again why you're calling, what issues you've had with your loved one or roommate or whoever's in the home that's suffering from any type of traumatic stress or disorder or anything like that. When officers arrive, you can always meet them outside, speak about what's going on. The officers will go in and try to take care of the situation to the best of their ability and have a result that can make everybody happy. But the idea is giving your loved one help. Um, Again, always call us. We always want to come. We always want to help. We want to make sure that you and your loved ones are safe. And I look forward to handling any questions anybody might have. One other aspect I will add is that if any citizens in Schaumburg ever want their home to be acknowledged as a home where somebody resides there that suffers from issues that officers need to know about, we can make sure our dispatch knows that if anybody calls from this address, officers have to be aware this is a crisis intervention type call as they're going. So that'll be automatically given by the dispatcher to the officers. So that's something to think about for the future if you are interested in having that our dispatch knows that if we do come to your home. So I want to thank you for the time today. Again, my name is Detective Matt Christenson, Schaumburg Police Department, and I look forward to spending time answering any questions you might have next week. Thank you. Bye bye.